Alright, so there was cars in front of me, but I stopped and checked. I was stopped at my shed real quick, and it was at least a minute. So these cars that were in front of me, they're at least a mile ahead of me, right? So there should be no chance of me catching up to them. I mean, a whole minute in front of me, if they're not over a mile, they're damn close to a mile in front of me. So that'd be hard pressed to say that I would catch up to them. It would make up an entire mile. Even if I was going faster than they are, that's pretty far fetched to say I would catch up to these cars. So we'll see. Very unlikely that a car would pull out of a driveway anywhere between Patton and St. Lawrence and turn and head the direction I'm going. If they pull out of their driveway, most likely they're heading, back the other way, the way that I came. So, and look at that, there's the fucking cars right there. Are you fucking kidding me? See? Now here's your evidence, alright? This is your evidence. I had to stop in the shed, and I thought, well, I'll take this opportunity to show some of the tactics they use and some evidence. Now I got out of my car, pulled in behind my house, parked my car, got out, checked the shed, got back in the car, had to back out of my alley. That was at least a minute, right? And there was two cars in front of me. These two cars. When I get closer, I'm going to see that there's cars. Yeah, that's them. That's absolutely them. The one in front had those straight up and down tail lights like that. And that one, yeah. So now why? Okay, I'm sure you can come up with some explanation to explain away why these two cars, why I was able to catch up to them even though I waited a good minute or two before I headed towards St. Lawrence. I'm sure you can come up with a good explanation, right? But how many fucking times do you have to explain away the blatant, obvious things that we show, right? I mean, they're fucking blatant and obvious. Yes, of course it could be a coincidence. But what is the probability that certain people have nothing but coincidences all day, every day, right? Okay, and at this point, if you have listened to what T.I.'s claim about the Gangstalking and listened to the whole thing, right? And you've been following us, if you still think that there's no way, and they're just regular people that just happen to be on the road at the same time, I don't know what more I can show you. I mean, I'm convinced that if you still are saying that it's not happening, that you are, that's your point. That's your whole purpose. Your whole purpose is to say it doesn't happen. Say that we're crazy. That way the people that don't take the time to look into it, they have enough people saying, oh no, it doesn't happen, these people are crazy. So they have enough people pushing back against what we claim, explaining it away. I mean, you can't, it's funny, it's fucking funny, because you have to be like a retard, a stupid fucking retard, to believe the people that are saying, that it's not going on, that these things, we can find explanations for everything. Well, no shit. That's the fucking point. They have an excuse for everything they do. That's what the fucking program's about. That's what they do. Duh. Look it up on Google, you fucking idiot. I mean, seriously, you can look this up on Google. I'm sure you'll get both both sides of the conversation from Google if you look it up. So what does that mean? What is the answer then if you get both arguments? I mean, think about it. You're explaining it away with no evidence, right? You're just trying to explain it away with nothing to base it on. We are showing evidence of patterns of activity, right? Tactics and patterns of activity we can show over and over again. We're not psychic. How did I know those cars were gonna be in front of me? How did I know that? How did I know that, right? I just happened to hit record and I just got lucky. It's a coincidence, right? It's just them crazy coincidences, man. So, yeah. I'm done arguing with the naysayers because it's clearly just a disinformation campaign. Clearly. I try to give them the benefit of the doubt and you know, be patient with them and let them see the evidence. I mean, I've been fucking doing this for almost 3 years. And for the first year, an entire year of this going on every fucking day, I questioned it. I still question it to this day. But not like I was, the first year. When you go through this every day of your life, after a couple years, you're convinced, without a doubt. There is nobody can tell you otherwise, and it's not persecutory delusions. Because what would a persecutory delusions be? That means that one day you just wake up, and all of a sudden, you're paranoid about everything, right? Because that's how this happened. One day I woke up and started being targeted. How do you just wake up with this made up pseudoscience fucking disorder that they just put a fucking label on it? How does that work? How do you get persecutory delusions? How does that happen? I mean, some smart people with some fancy letters at the end of their name came up with it. Did they explain the whole thing? How does one fall into the persecutory delusions? How does that happen when you just wake up one day and it's happening? I'd really like to hear that explanation so I can laugh in the face of that fucking PhD or whoever tried to come up with it fucking bullshit. So yeah, there's no help for somebody who still suffers from the cognitive dissonance. Sorry, I don't know what to tell you.